What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin aka Touring Around, and I have a very special review today. It is the Marvel Legends 2-pack Storm with Thunderbird. Now, I was fortunate enough to find this at Toys R Us here in Canada. A select few stores got it early, and I was able to pick one up. I know it's not out in the US yet, I know it's not out overseas yet, so I wanted to be able to put out this review and share it with all of you X-Men and Marvel Legends collectors and action figure fans out there. Personally, I'm really excited for this Storm. I know a lot of you are too, so I hope you enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead, subscribe. You'll get a notification if you hit that bell of all the new reviews that I do, not to mention the Unboxing Thursdays, which I do every Thursday. So let's go ahead and take a look at this box. So on the box we have the new layout for the Marvel Legends 2-packs. You can see Storm and Marvel Legends Thunderbird. You got the gold X from the X-Men logo and your usual Marvel Legends logo and Hasbro. On the side you have some awesome box art for Storm, and on the other side we have a really nice portrait drawing of John Proudstar aka Thunderbird, and on the back we have the exact same photos but cropped tightly and put together. Now I noticed they don't have any of these short biographies on the back here. I don't know if that's something that they ever did for the 2-pack, but that would have been nice instead of the same pictures recycled again. So here we have the two figures out of the box. As you can see, Storm looks stunning already, and on the other side we have Thunderbird. And that's all I can say about that figure so far. Now, these two characters here are shown in their costume as they appeared in Giant Size X-Men #1. This is like the second phase of the X-Men comics, where the series was originally, I think it was cancelled and then they were bringing it back. So this Giant Size X-Men was basically bridging the previous story and adding it to a current arc. And the story was that the original X-Men went on a mission to Krakoa and they were captured there, I think with the exception of Beast. Beast didn't go, and Cyclops was the only one that made it out. So he comes back, Professor Xavier hires a second team of X-Men to go back and try to rescue the team. And there's in this team Storm here, John Proudstar, Thunderbird, there's Nightcrawler, Banshee, Wolverine, Sunfire, and Colossus. So Professor Xavier goes on like a world tour looking for different mutants. He uses his powers to teach them all English, I guess, so that they can communicate in English immediately. And that's the premise of the story. I had like the reprint of the comic growing up, so I read it quite a few times. So that's why I really enjoy this cover and these particular versions of the characters. So it's really cool to finally get this Storm. This 2-pack in Canada cost $69.99. That's around 53 American dollars. It's a little strange because one regular Marvel Legends here costs $29.99. So for the price of this 2-pack, you're actually paying for more than two figures. And the main reasoning that I can see is that Storm comes with the extra accessories and the hands, and it actually feels like more of a deluxe figure, and maybe that's what factors into the price increase. And it just seems like they did that and then threw in Thunderbird over here just to make it a 2-pack. This 2-pack, I believe, is available to Target in the United States. Feel free to correct me in the comments if that is incorrect. I haven't been following. I was actually lucky enough to find this pack here at Toys R Us in Canada because someone told me that it hit the shelves. A friend of mine, Jack, he works at Toys R Us, so to hear all of a sudden that this was in stores, it was kind of crazy and it caught me off guard. The next day I happened to have the day off, so I went hunting for it, and this is one of my first successful hunts in a long time. So we're going to get right into the accessories first. This is what he comes with. So Storm comes with these electricity lightning hands, which is really cool. It reminds me of the Black Series Emperor Palpatine hands, or the Spider-Man Electro from previous waves. And it's a nice change because most of the recent Storm figures came with that kind of fruit roll-up effect where you kind of wrap it around the hand, and you know, instead of giving you the same effect another time, they gave you these lightning hands, which is a nice change. I don't believe she's come with this before. In terms of head swaps, she comes with this, which is the static hair for your basic vanilla poses, and also the cape that just flows straight down. And she also comes with a set of fists and your basic Marvel Legends female, excuse me, waiter hands. I don't know what these are supposed to be. The second Storm head is this one here with all of the flowing hair. It is sculpted absolutely beautifully, stunningly, if that's a word. You see it's flowing here. You can really imagine her floating in the air in one of your toy photography pictures with just streams of lightning in the background. So this is really awesome. This is almost like the custom heads you see from customizers like Phoenix Force Creations or Christina Conan. Like, that hairstyle is going in that direction, so it's really cool. She also comes with a secondary cape. You can see it's more flowy than the basic static one. And you would put this on for your in-flight pictures or any sort of dynamic posing. And it's really cool that it came with both capes. However, I know Hasbro recently was talking about soft goods right before they announced that Doctor Doom Retro package. So it would have been cool to see a wire cape for this. But the wire cape I don't think would have had the same kind of shine as this plastic finish. Now with Thunderbird, I kind of jokingly glazed over his accessories before because he didn't come with anything. And, that's no joke. At least Warpath had extra hands, even though he didn't have weapons. So now I got this dude who has these hands that are for holding weapons, but he doesn't have anything. So you can make the argument that, Thunderbird doesn't have weapons. He uses his hands. Well, give me some, gripping hands. Not gun gripping hands, you know what I mean, right? Like the action hands, or some fists. He's gonna punch stuff. That's kind of his thing. He's super strong. He's durable. He's gonna punch something. He's brought onto the team for his. He's like almost the tank, right? So why no fists? Come on. So remember, Storm, 3 sets of hands. Thunderbird, 1. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that impressed with this, but I'll still quickly go over the articulation. You have your basic ball on the peg here, so he can get down pretty low, he can look up pretty high, and another shame, no butterfly joints here, so his arms only go down this much. But again, why would you need his arms at his side when he can just be holding 2 invisible suitcases at the side of his body? You have your ab crunch. You have the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Double jointed elbows does not use the pinless technology. I don't know why they don't use it. So, I mean, the pinless tech is already out there. So it's crazy that this figure doesn't have it. Imagine when the rest of North America or the rest of the collectors get it, it's going to be even later, and then they'll be looking at this saying, it's even later now, why are these pins showing? So yeah, you got the peg hole in the back that doesn't have any accessories to go in it. You have your standard wrist, yada yada yada, high thigh rotation, double knee. This one has the calf swivel, and the paint just stops right there. I guess that's the design of his pants. And I really don't like these little boot flares or the boot tassels because they just keep sliding down. So yeah, I'm going to give this figure like a 4. And you may think that 4 is high for this figure, but I don't know. Like, props to on the face sculpt though. It looks great. It's the face structure on the character is really sculpted well. His mask almost reminds me of like a Nightwing. And the hair, and you have the little the headband feather on the back. It's got a little bit of detail in it. But other than that, I'm not that impressed with this at all, and I think that is me being a little polite. While I have Thunderbird out, I might as well compare him to his brother, Warpath on the left. This is the one that comes in the Marvel Legends Strong Guy Bath Wave. As you can see, this one here is a much more impressive looking figure. he comes with the extra open weapon hands as well as the fist hands, and I believe he does take the mantle of Thunderbird. I believe this is James, right? He takes the mantle of Thunderbird initially before changing his superhero name or code name to Warpath. So here you have them side by side. I guess if you wanted that giant-sized X-Men team complete, you do need this Thunderbird character, but he's really not that outstanding in your collection, and from what I recall, he doesn't even live that long in his first arc, so, you know, that kind of reflects how much effort was put into this figure. So we're going to now look at the articulation and the sculpt on Storm. Like I said earlier, and I'm sure you can tell from my initial reaction that I'm really impressed with this figure. She looks amazing. She comes with 2 really well done head sculpts. So you can use those effects on this figures. contrastly, I don't think you can use these hands on the other figures. I mean, you could try, but the issue is that this is an ungloved hand. On the white suit Storm, she has white gloves on. On the punk Storm, she has black gloves on. I don't have the black suit Storm, but if she has no gloves on, you could definitely swap these extra hands onto her, so you can have that Storm using those effects. Side by side, here on the left is the punk Storm, in the middle is your 2-pack Storm, and on the right is the 90s classic Jim Lee Storm. Here is most of the giant size X-Men team without Banshee. The only Banshee I know of is the old Toy Biz one, and from what I've heard from Dwight from the Marvel Legends Hasbro team is that if he ever has to make that Banshee again, that means it's his exit from the toy line. So, you know, Catch 22, do you want a Banshee that badly that you're going to lose out on Dwight? You know, probably not. So, or maybe he's just, you know, messing around with everybody. Those guys are actually pretty cool. So this is the size comparison of the figures that I do have for this team. Starting from your left, we have a Marvel Legends Nightcrawler, a Mafex Cyclops. I no longer have any of the ones with the costume that are accurate to this comic, so I regret selling those now, but there's a size comparison there. Up front is a Marvel Legends Brown Suit Wolverine. At the back, we have a Marvel Select Colossus. Here's the main stars of this 2-pack, and of course, Sunfire. If you would like to place Storm next to an Xavier, here she is next to the MCU Patrick Stewart Professor X. And here she is next to the comic or animated Professor X. Here's Storm next to a Mezco Batman. Here's Storm next to a Mafex Batman. Here's Storm next to a G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes. Here's Storm next to a MCU Black Panther. Rest in peace. And here's Storm next to a 1/12th version of me toying around. At first, I just thought I was excited about this 2-pack because I got it early. It's not often that us Canadians get something before people in America, so I thought I was just excited for that. But as I was handling the Storm figure during unboxing Thursdays and throughout the review, I was starting to appreciate how great this figure looked and was designed, and all the extra accessories that it came with. It's unfortunate that it was paired with such a dud like Thunderbird, who feels like they put very little effort into it. I mean, 3 pairs of hands for Storm versus 1 pair of hands for Thunderbird to hold weapons that he doesn't have. So it didn't seem like a lot of thought was put into it. Maybe it was just a last minute addition that they thought would bring value to a 2-pack. At the very least, they're both in the same costume where they're from that first giant size X-Men comic, so it does help you complete a specific team where if you're a team builder for a display or for toy photography, that is something you're looking forward to. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this Storm figure and what do you think of Thunderbird? How could they have made this any better or worse for this 2-pack? If you enjoyed what you saw in the video today, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on so that you'll be notified in the future when there's a new review up or for Unboxing Thursdays. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep toying around.